Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling, presented by the Idiot Radio Network, offering a weekly look into the world of professional wrestling with guest interviews, news, results, and much more. Now here's your host, Stephon Devereux. And we are back, Stephon Devereux, the Devereux Committee-of-Pro Wrestling, here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. I want to thank you for joining us on this weekend after Thanksgiving. You know, probably broke right now, all the shopping you did on Black Friday, and you're probably going to be broke a little bit more tomorrow after Cyber Monday. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to thank you for joining us on this. I mean, this week. This week it was weird. I'm not going to lie. This was a very weird week as far as news and professional wrestling. There was more entertaining news outside of the world of professional wrestling, and I mean outside of the ring. That's what I want to say. Outside of the ring in professional wrestling, there was more entertaining news that was going on, and I'm just going to be the first to say thank you to the people who make my job easier as far as producing this podcast that we do every week here from 12 to 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. But let's get into it. Let's go. Okay, so there was an incident that happened, Survivor Series. This storyline, to me, the angle was just incredible. Everything that match was incredible. Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. And, you know, when I gave my predictions last week, I did not honestly believe that this match was going to be the match of the night. I felt it had a chance to be, but it became the match of the night. By the time the match was over, I said, no one's going to top this. No one's going to top this. And I was very entertaining watching Daniel Bryan get beat up for 5 minutes or more. Excuse me. I know I said the 5 minutes thing. I know. I'm just being funny. But Ronda Rousey, she took a beating at the hands of Charlotte Flair. And this was probably her worst beating since Holly a couple of years ago when Holly beat her up in the ring in a UFC octagon, as they like to call it. But what did it do for Ronda Rousey? In my opinion, I thought it made Ronda Rousey look vulnerable because she's been unstoppable in the WWE since she's got there. Since she's got into the WWE, she's been unstoppable. But then one person who was able to stop her, who was able to beat her up, make her look like a rookie, that was Charlotte Flair. And the WWE was very smart in doing this because it's more believable with it being Charlotte Flair, the daughter of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Come on, guys. You know, it was more believable watching this take place when she was beating her down. That figure 4 leg lock, beautiful. Beautiful. So I think it has a chance to be match of the year. My opinion, of course. And you probably, you're the last man again, Devereux. Yeah, maybe I did, but who cares? But let's talk about the aftermath. So what did the WWE immediately do with this? I think they did some things. You probably didn't see it, but, you know, Ronda Rousey did this Q&A, and she found out about the death of a goat in her family. You know, she's the animal's a family member to her. And, you know, hey, that's how people feel about their animals. And she talked about missing her family, and this business can't be the only thing she does, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, hey, look, to me, it was a worked little thing she did. But then what got people's attention was she started crying. Now, look, over 23 years that I've been associated with professional wrestling and out of the ring. And I question the WWE a lot because this is what we're supposed to do as fans or journalists, which I'm not, but a commentator, which I am. We can critique the WWE on things like this. and Ronda Rousey? Are they taking this vulnerability just like that she is starting to display? Or are they taking it to a total new level? Because now it's bringing up questions about people, these guys who are on the road, who miss their families. She's not the only one who misses her family. There are fathers who are out there as well who misses their family. She's not even a mother yet. And I've seen some of the commentators, or excuse me, they're like, I will never call these people commentators, but some of the marks who've been out here, oh, yeah, then we'll just quit the business, just quit the business. Just because she's the first one that you've heard say this, there are plenty of others who have come out and said something about this, about their time away from the road. Should the WWE do, which they will never do, obviously, but the WWE, they say they should take a season off, take the summer off. Business is usually down in the summertime, and, should they just take the summer off? But that's not going to happen. People have brought that up. But I don't want to take it from the perspective of, oh, they're working so beautifully. Oh, my goodness. The WWE, they have figured out how to book Ronda Rousey. And that's a great thing. Why is it a great thing? Because Ronda Rousey is going to be the next big thing in professional wrestling. Ronda Rousey will be the next big thing in professional wrestling if she stays committed, which I believe she will, because she really enjoys this. And if they do what I believe they should do, and that's Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, the rematch, money. See, Charlotte Flair can carry Ronda to a 5-star match. Ronda will play her part beautifully. She's a puncher. She's a takedown artist, but she's not a wrestler. And that's what Charlotte is. She proved that last week. Brilliant booking. Brilliant booking. Now it's opened. It's open. And with this new vulnerable side of Ronda, now Charlotte, who is a great promo, she's a great promo. Now she can go on a microphone and she can just lay into it one after another. The same way Ronda gave it last month when she was going up against Nikki Bella. And remember the whole back and forth she had with Nikki? She did a couple things. Well, now Charlotte can do the same thing to Ronda. And see, now we see, can she be beat now? Not only did she get her ass beat in the ring by Charlotte Flair, but now she can be beat emotionally and mentally. And that's what this storyline is going to do. And I think it's probably the best thing for Ronda. So I don't mind the crying. I don't think the WWE took it too far. I think they did it, and they're playing this just right. I want to see what they plan on doing after, let's say, Royal Rumble. Let's see how this goes as we're going into Royal Rumble and a week after Royal Rumble, because that's right in WrestleMania season. But we're going to take a break real quick. And when I get back, got some things to talk about as far as my man Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. Also got some things to talk about Bray Wyatt, Enzo Amore, he's back. Whew. Hey, I got some things. But we're going to take a break here. Stephon Devereux, the Devereux Committee-of-Pro Wrestling, here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
How to text a guy to keep him interested? It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with How to Text a Guy to Keep Him Interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
We are back, Stephon Devereux, the Devereux Committee-of-Pro Wrestling, here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. And man, that Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, that whole storyline got me all boiled up. I'm ready to go. Let's go next segment. So big news. Big news. Big, super duper news. Word around the campfire is the Elite. We'll be putting together this promotion that we've talked about a few months ago. Things are moving fast here. And if this thing is really going to take place, it's going to happen. I'm just telling you what I heard. It's definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. All Elite Wrestling. I like that name. All Elite Wrestling. So keep an eye out on that. So what I decided to do was I decided to go down the list of wrestlers that could possibly join this new force. Because if you think that it's not going to work, then you're smoking. These guys are promoters. These guys know what they're doing. Trust me. Remember, they sold over 10,000 tickets in Chicago just 2 months ago, and they did it in, 2 days? 3 days? Sold it out? Yeah. They know what they're doing. Trust me. And they are still the hottest group in professional wrestling that's not under a major organization, major promotion. So they decided, hey, let's just create our own major promotion, which I believe it will be. I truly believe it will be a major promotion. So this is why I believe when they start going out and looking for some free agents, Now, some of these guys will want to say yes. Some will say no. But here's a few actually, that I'm looking at right now that I believe will listen. First and foremost, we have the NWA World Champion who will be in Pittsburgh next week. KSWA, Keystone State Wrestling Association. You can check those guys out. Google them. Nick Aldis will be defending the championship against Sean Blanchard, who will be managed by probably the greatest wrestling manager of all time, next to Jim Cornette, but James J. Dillon. He will be in Sean Blanchard's corner. But Nick Aldis, that's a guy that could possibly be a part of this new promotion. Yeah, think about that. Nick Aldis. Now, remember, he and Cody just had a huge match at the All In pay-per-view. That was promoted, of course, like I said, by the Elite. But Nick Aldis, he is currently working with the NWA. He is their champion. He is the world champion, the NWA world champion. I think that will be a pretty interesting move. Now, the NWA, they're not, as far as as hard on their talent as the WWE is, as far as working other promotions, of course. But I can see Nick Aldis working and going to that organization, and I can see that organization actually partnering up with the NWA for major shows and making the NWA Championship their world championship, which would be awesome. But Nick Aldis is one. Here's another guy. You've probably heard of this guy, but I don't think he'll ever come back. But this is a possibility, and I bring him up so many times when things like this happen. But CM Punk. Why not? Why not? I can see Cody Rhodes getting on the phone with Punk. I can see the Bucks getting on the phone with Punk. I can see these guys talking to CM Punk right now, finding out where his head is at. CM Punk said he wants to do commentating and for a mixed martial arts federation, which is cool. I already signed the deal, which is okay. But let's say CM Punk decides to come in to All Elite Wrestling as their commentator, just to start. Because what that does is that's going to bring instant eyeballs to the show. Instant eyeballs to the show. Punk, I guarantee you, he does not know as much about MMA as he does about professional wrestling. So imagine Punk being a color analyst on a professional wrestling show. A professional wrestling show that he actually believes in, which I feel and believe in full heart that he would actually give his all to All Elite Wrestling. Imagine if he comes in as a commentator. They have a TV show. You think people are going to watch just to hear what he has to say? Start him out there for a few months, and you can roll a storyline, because then you can bring in the next guy to feud against CM Punk, to bring him out of that chair. Have a story to where he's done with pro wrestling, but he didn't say he was done that he wouldn't commentate. He's just done wrestling. And then somehow, some way, guy pushes him, calls him out, however you want to do it. Boom. You got Punk back in the ring. Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, or the next guy I'm going to bring up. Now, you know there's some breakdowns between these two parties as far as contracts and this negotiation period that they're going through, and that is the WWE and the guy who could be the hottest free agent in professional wrestling, AJ Styles. AJ, he did everything he wanted to do. Once the WWE proved he can do it and make it to the top, and he did. Now imagine if he decides to take on another challenge. And that challenge is this. Going in with another startup company like he did with TNA, and he doesn't even have to put it on his back like he had to with TNA, because the All Elite Wrestling, or the Elite, they have enough talent there already. So he wouldn't have to put it on his back. He's already got ties with these guys, Bullet Club, remember? So why not AJ? Maybe this is why AJ is holding out from signing that deal right now. Remember, it's his choice right now. He's the reason why that deal is not done. Because I believe he's going to get everything he wants. A lighter schedule, payoffs are going to be better. He wants to be home with his kids, and he wants to make money. It's okay for Brock. It's okay for Randy. See, the way the WWE is structured, they don't need these guys all year round because they got other stars that's behind them. This is what they've always dreamed of, and they have that right now. So they can give AJ Styles the contract that he pretty much wants. If he wants a lighter schedule, we can give you that, because why? AJ Styles still draws fans. People still show up to these shows to see AJ. They still turn on the WWE Network to watch AJ's matches. But that can all change if AJ decides to go with his friends. Can you imagine their first episode and AJ Styles just walks up, do something fun. You know, you see him walking in the back locker room. The camera just happens to notice him, and it's AJ Styles. What is he doing here? Oh, my God. Is he joining? You don't know, because he won't say nothing. Let it just be a mystery for a while. See, there's so many ways you can do this. So many ways. It's up to these kids. And I believe they're going to do this. So the three guys that I said, Nick Aldis, AJ Styles, CM Punk. You add it to the roster they already have, that could mean trouble for the WWE. Possibly. It's Vince's fault, man. That's Vince's fault. And it's really Vince's fault. But I won't get, too down on Vince McMahon because, hey, the stock prices are still doing good. That's all he's worried about. Which he should be. He's the CEO of a company. That's what he's supposed to do. Worry about the stock prices. Anyway, we're going to take a break. And when I come back, I want to talk about the disgusting, very disgusting act that I've seen that involved a brick. Stephon Devereux, Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling, here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We'll be right back after this break.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
How to text a guy to keep him interested. It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with how to text a guy to keep him interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguytokeephiminterested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguytokeephiminterested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids.
We are back, Stephon Devereux, the Devereux Committee-of-Pro Wrestling, here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio, and I want to thank you again for joining me. We talked about a lot so far. But I wanted to save this one for last. Well, first and foremost, hey, shout out to my man Enzo. Really, shout out to the WWE. Because I don't care what anybody says. That was work. That was staged. That was planned. That was incredible. Seems like they're testing the waters a little bit to see if the fans want him back. The fans want Enzo back. It's not even about the fans. It's about the wrestlers in the locker room that Enzo pissed off. But that's another story. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. Also, Bray Wyatt returned last night. Bray Wyatt returned to Starrcade last night. Yes, the WWE does this Starrcade thing the past couple of years. It's not the same, but hey, at least they're trying. Here's going to be on the WWE Network tonight. I will be busy, but if it's on it, I'll check it out on the replay. Anyway, they're showing a replay from last night. Yeah, I know. Anyway, but Bray Wyatt returned, and that's all I'm going to tell you from that. I'm not going to get into the results or anything like that, but I just wanted to let you know Bray Wyatt is back. And guess what? Bray Wyatt, who Sid Vicious said he was the gimmick of Bray Wyatt was actually the original Waylon Mercy gimmick that Dan Spivey played years ago in the WWE. Vince has always loved this gimmick, and he said this gimmick that Bray Wyatt's doing now is incredible. He thinks he just took it to a totally different level. I believe that this is possibly the best thing that could happen for the WWE because you got Roman Reigns who was down, and Bray Wyatt was a very popular wrestler in the WWE before the injuries and and so forth and so forth. So I'm going to say this. Bray Wyatt back on WWE television, SmackDown or Raw, it doesn't matter. He's money. Bray Wyatt is money. This kid is incredible. And this kid could be the guy that they could be headlining WrestleMania with against Brock Lesnar. I'm hoping. I would love to see a Brock-Bray match. I would love to see the promos between Paul and Bray. That would be insane. People keep saying, throwing all these other names. No. You need someone who's going to be able to talk on a microphone against Paul Heyman because that's what's going to sell the match. That's what's going to get those people to want to see it because they already know what's going to happen with Brock. Brock's going to beat somebody's ass. They know that. They know that for a fact. But now when you get Paul Heyman on top of that with his mouth and him getting the match over and getting the opponent over on top of that, and if the opponent, if he could just hold his own against a Paul Heyman in the promo battles, it's money. Bray Wyatt's that guy. I believe Bray Wyatt can hold his own in the promo battle with Paul Heyman. So hopefully I get what I want, but I probably won't because, that's what happens. But it's just a little bit of fantasy booking in professional wrestling. All right, man, I really didn't want to talk about this, but I had to. Okay, so I'm not even going to put these guys over as far as the names, but I'm going to say this. I've seen a clip this past week, and it was from a show last weekend where a guy was walking on the outside. His opponent, who was standing in the ring, took a brick and threw it at his head. Dude falls, blah, blah, blah. People come out, the whole shebang, so you know what happens next. So then you hear hospital reports are the guy's in a hospital and he had blood clot and so forth. He's still alive, thank God. But let's go back to this. Now, here's my thing. First and foremost, the guy who threw the brick should never work another show in his life. Should be arrested, in my opinion. I don't care if it was worked or not. You know what could happen when you throw a brick at a man's head, okay? Number one, arrested or never work again. Never work in his business again, okay? Number two, the booker, if you knew anything about this, if you knew this was going to happen, you know what? You need to never book a wrestling show again. You should walk away from the business and just say goodbye because this is the type of crap that has been destroying this business that I love so much. See, people want to be ECW. Okay, so let's go talk to half the wrestlers that wrestled in ECW during his glory days. Let's go have a conversation with those guys. Oh, we can't because they're dead. They're dead. Numerous reasons. Drugs, alcohol, whatever. They're gone. And I'm not trying to get down on those guys because I knew a bunch of those guys. And I'll say this. What they went through to entertain us, it was like they sacrificed their bodies to save this business at that time because they were the gasoline that was needed to move that car known as professional wrestling. They were. ECW did that because everybody copied ECW at the time, but it's not needed no more. That's why I keep saying we go back to our roots just for a few years. Great storylines that produces great competition in the ring. Conflicts that produces great competition in the ring. If we can get back to that, then when they reintroduce the blood again, they don't mean something. But when you got guys who are on the indie scene just throwing bricks at each other now, come on, man. What's next? Hey, I'm just going to pull a gun out and shoot you. You might as well. You trying to get a pop. It's all about a pop, right? You trying to get that pop. Well, she just use a gun. They'll give you a pop. And it's sad. It's disgusting. But what can I do? I'm just here to talk about professional wrestling every Sunday afternoon from 12 to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's where you can reach me, the Devereux Committee-of-Pro Wrestling. I want to thank you for joining me again this week. And, man, I just want to say finish enjoying your Thanksgiving weekend. And we'll see you here next week. Don't forget, check me out, Stephon Devereux.weebly.com or Angry Kids 247radio.blogspot.com. And if you have some fun, you can leave me a message or whatever you want to do. But I want to thank you again for joining us here on the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. 24/7 radio.
How to text a guy to keep him interested. It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with How to Text a Guy to Keep Him Interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services,